Alrighty guys, I'm Morthadon and we are here for My Hero Academia episode 52. I don't remember what number it is for season 3 specifically, but yeah, it's 52 in total. Just so you guys know, this is a rewatch series. I haven't mentioned it too often these days, so in case you're newer to this series of mine, I am doing rewatch, so it's like it sounds watching the show that I've already seen. I left off on... I'm doing this to catch up. I left off on the filler episode that leads you to the movie. And if you guys want more information, you can check out the first episode of the rewatch series, the first episode of season 1, and I talk about it way more in depth there. So I won't go too in depth now. Just so you guys know, for some reason, I don't know why, I never get like this, but I'm a little more sweaty today than normal, so if you guys are able to notice that, I apologize. I just got out of the shower, and I set up my whole room for all this, which is kind of like my normal routine and everything, but I don't know why I'm so much warmer. So, with that being said, I'm also having my AC on right now, for at least this episode. Maybe I'll turn it off for the next one, depending on how I feel. So you guys might hear a little bit of humming, sorry for that if you do. But without further ado, I won't talk about last episode because I just chatted for a decent amount of time about this random stuff. So let's get into the episode, shall we guys? Alrighty, so we are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yes, the prestigious school. Run towards your dream, Deku, run! I also have coffee that I'm going to be sipping on here and there. Got my cup of it right here. And new intro, I forgot about that. Yes. With this new arc that we are jumping into. Because last episode was the dorm episode, I believe. It's the last one I watched. I like the song. It's a good one. It's very... I like it. I don't know how to, like, explain it, I guess, but I enjoy it. I definitely like the visuals of the last one better, but... yeah. Now that I know a little bit ahead and seeing the intro, it's kind of interesting. I had a theory. Well, I don't have a theory. It confirms something the show told us, you know? I go Invisible Girl's up front, but you can still see all the people behind her, because she's invisible. Oh, yeah. They recapped this a little bit, didn't they? Yeah. Did this happen last episode, or did they recap this from the episode prior? I watched like 4 episodes within 2 days, so I can't remember which part was in what. Yep, got out of it without getting injured. So good. Oh, that's gonna be so powerful for Midoriya. Oh right, he was... oh, it was like a recap, but they treated it as a dream. Yep, he's in his dorm. Fucking Ida moving his arms while he's brushing his teeth. He just has to do it. Oh, Midoriya's messed up arms. Ridiculous. It, like... it almost looks badass having him being like all scarred up, but because he was so bland before, like even Uraka said he was plain, but this is battle scars, you know. Create those ultimate moves. Ah, that's right. I went into this like I kind of know what happens, but I don't remember what order and how quickly it happens, so good reminder there of what goes on this episode. I just remembered, I think this is the episode that Hatsume Mei comes back. Yes. She's like... She would be my favorite character if she was in the story just a little bit more, you know? Two ultimate moves each. Yeah. Which is interesting that he says that, because that means even if someone like Monoma copies your quirk, he probably wouldn't be able to do that, like, that move, is, like, the whole point of it, you know? Like, I don't know if Monoma could steal, Ida's quirk, but if he could, because I don't know, would he just suddenly have engines on his legs? I don't know how all that works, but if he did suddenly have Ida's quirk, Ida's reciprocal burst, he might not be able to do. He might not be able to figure out in the limited time he has the quirk, unless he really analyzed Ida beforehand, then maybe. Why must we have ultimate moves? Friggin' Ida. Mm-hmm. I like how when they say your ability to communicate, they showed Sue, because she is, like, they've already established that she's so good at that, you know? Like, being, like, an assistant and everything. Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if Ida needs to make two more, or can that one already be considered? I'm curious what some of the characters could do that I haven't seen yet, you know? Because, you know, obviously, as a rewatch, I've seen some of them, but people like Sugar Rush, I think that might be his quirk name. I don't remember what his hero name is, but I don't know what he could do for, like, an ultimate move, unless he, like, adapts some kind of, like, special, like, wrestling technique, or just something where he, like, maybe, like, trips them and punches them in the face at the same time. Like, just something to utilize his strength. It's kind of simple compared to some others, but... But I guess it's also kind of like Midoriya is just, like, kicking, you know, that he adapts. Spoilers, sorry. I try not to talk about too many episodes ahead. Although, wait, I think he shows that in this episode. Shooting acid from my hand like this! Yeah. That's so cool. It's like, it's funny. I don't question Todoroki's ice and fire, but when Mina makes acid is just like so weird. It's like, wow, she can just funnel it out like non-stop almost. Yep, ticking time bombs, good way to describe it. Yep, develop your quirk until you figure out what you can do, I suppose. Oh my, oh. Because I didn't have anything else to do today. Such good dedication to his work. I wish I could have teachers like that. I wish our education system was better to the point where you could have teachers that, like, really love their jobs. But these days, they're just, like, miserable half the time. I'm sure there's some that love their jobs. I don't want to, like, alienate. I actually can't stand working out and then eating any time after. I have to, like, cool down for, like, a few hours. So seeing, Sugar Rush having to, like, he's, like, sweating and eating, just thinking about it just disgusts me. Yeah, it's true. He sort of created his own style with his full cowling. He started to, from what Gran Torino taught him, and then he, when the situation really called for him to need power, he reverted back to what All Might does. Granted, he had to because that's his only option right now, but even dummies can be teachers. Aw. Yeah. Development Studio. And ask an expert. It's kind of ridiculous how, not ridiculous. I have to admit, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because I toot the show's horn nonstop. I never talk about the bad stuff, because there usually isn't too much, But this episode with Midoriya taking so long to figure out that he can use his legs instead of his arms is kind of silly, you know? Like, oh, if I can't use my arms, what other part of my body am I able to hit stuff with? But I figure I praise this show so much that I can rip it for that, Fucking Ida, don't run in the hallways! Nope, Midoriya is dead. Time to follow Ida and Todoroki. Yes, my favorite character. Almost. If she was in the story more, like I said earlier, she'd be my favorite character. Hatsume Mei. Poor Uraraka. God damn it. uh, She likes steampunk. I like how majority of the people are food, but every now and then you get someone that isn't food. It's kind of weird. Naruhodo! Oh, I'm busy. I love her so much. Yeah. It's funny that you need a license to make costumes too, which I guess it makes sense because some of their inventions are pretty insane. You know, even just that right there is like a glove with a gun on it. You know, so it makes sense that you need a license to be able to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty easy stuff, I guess. Poor Midoriya doesn't even know what to do with himself. And Snap is back. Poor Uraka. Uraka's just like watching all this shit happen. I freaking love her so much. There's something so awesome about a character that's like so passionate about something, you know? And just that Hatsume is so passionate about inventing, you know? It's really cool. And this is what I was talking about earlier with like I really like the visualization they use here in the upcoming parts that are gonna make him realize he needs to use his legs. But it should be something he doesn't take so long to think about. Yeah. Oh, I love how he talks about her too. Yep. And you gotta remember, I believe she started because she was in the first year stage for the sports festival, so that's all stuff that she made in the time that Midoriya started. Yeah. Common sense is a collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. I love that so much. Yeah, this right here. Like I said, I love that visualization It just took him way longer than it should have for him to use his, like, to figure that out, you know? But it's fine. There she is. Gomenasai? Yeah. Ooh. It's so, like, disgusting, but cool. I wonder what Sue was doing there, actually. That's another one that we didn't get to see an ultimate move from, I believe, right? At least, well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't seen it yet in the part where I stopped. Hopefully we see it before the end of Season 3, that'd be cool, but I'm not sure. The new arm braces. Yep, that's what his mama gave him. It's funny, when I was younger, I didn't want to have, like, anything that my family gave me. I was always like, I never liked wearing the clothes that family gave me and stuff like that. Granted, I did, some of them. Like, my grandmother used to buy me, like, really nice shirts and stuff, and I never used to wear that to, like, school and stuff. But, oh, that's really cool right there. Abyssal Black Body. It's important. I love how they just casually point out that they need to yell out their names, typical anime style. But what I was saying was, now that I'm getting into my, you know, I'm not old, I don't want to say old age, but now that I'm older, I'm not a kid anymore, I find much more, and Bakugo's move is awesome as well, I want to touch on that while we're at this point. But I find myself much more nostalgic, I guess. Mm-hmm. Midoriya coming in for the kick. And All Might flashes back to that, like, kid that he knew before and seeing, like, how much he's grown. That's awesome. Yeah. It is. They did kind of explain why he was so focused on it. It's just because he didn't. He just kind of locked in using his arms and his mind, you know? Shoot style. Nice. Alrighty. So to finish up what I was saying, I wanted to watch that last bit and really take it in again, without, like, really discussing. But what I was saying before about me being more, like, nostalgic these days is things like, I actually have it right here. This is something that, oh, sorry about that. I have this little keychain that, like, doesn't really mean anything, right? It's just a little keychain that was probably at, like, a gift store or something in California, but my grandfather got it for me, and, you know, he's still alive, this grandfather. I lost my other grandfather, and unfortunately, I don't really have anything to remember him by. Well, no, I do. I lied. I don't know how I forgot about it. Never mind. But this grandfather that gave me what I just showed you is still alive, and I have that keychain, and I'm just like, it's a morbid thought, but I know he's gonna be gone someday, you know, especially with losing my other grandfather recently. And it's it's really kind of changed my outlook on a lot of these little knickknacks that my family members get me, you know, just because when they're gone, I think it'll be a fantastic thing to just have. But that is the end of the episode, guys, so I am actually, well, I'll leave it up. So I can have a little blue tint. But yeah, it's just interesting how your perspectives grow from, you know, being a kid and, you know, hating anything that my family gets me because it's not cool, you know, and now it's like anything my family gets me, I like treasure, you know. And I guess I'll say it just because I mentioned it briefly. What my grandfather that recently passed away gave me is actually something really cool. He used to give me these mint condition coin sets. They're like in boxes about this big. It was like three little like hard plastic things with coins in them of like if you guys remember the quarters that have the different states on the back of them, every year there was like one of those, like a golden dollar, like a $50, and they're all like mint condition and perfect. And I've been getting them since as far back as I can remember every Christmas, and I still have every single one of them. And I hope to hold on to them honestly, and maybe pass it down to a, uh, you know, child or grandchild. I'm not sure if I'm really the kind of person that ever wants children, but maybe even like a nephew or something like that in the future. But you know, regardless, yeah, I went on kind of a tangent about something that I don't even remember. Oh, it was because of Midoriya's costume. I couldn't even remember what started that whole conversation, but yeah, it was Midoriya's costume. Getting it from his mom and everything is what triggered me on that whole thing. But sorry if that bored you guys and you guys didn't give a crap. But anyways, that is the end of episode 52. I really enjoyed that one, especially seeing Hatsume Mei again. She is a fantastic character. I wish she was in the story more, but obviously she's not in the hero core, so it makes sense that she's not. But she is, you know, one of my favorite very, 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 very side characters. Unfortunately, I can't consider her my favorite character just because she's in the episode so rarely, like I mentioned during the episode. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this rewatch, and I will be getting into recording the next one from me immediately after this. But if you guys enjoyed, you can hit that subscribe button. You can check out the description for ways to support my channel, such as my Patreon, my anime list, and my Twitch stream. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.